Hey Silverhawks, I have a new episode of the old 52. That's where I take a number one from a now defunct series and discuss it. One that I think deserves some attention, since everybody likes this new number one thing that we all go crazy about. I mean, they put a new number one out and we go, oh yeah, let's get it. Like, we never learn ever. So hey, let's talk about some old number ones. Now, here's one from 1986. It's Wonder Woman #1 by George Perez. And let's see, he didn't do this all by himself. He also had Greg Potter also working with he co-plotted it and he wrote the script. And first off, I'm going to just get started with the cover. Actually, it's a double cover. And I'll hold this up. It's rather beautiful, actually. It is perfect George Perez, encapsulating everything that happens in this issue, and it is just magnificent. It's actually worth the 75 cents that it cost to get this. Oh, I'm sure this is like a few bucks more now, but anyway, this is, of course, one of the Trinity that got rebooted after the whole Crisis thing back in the mid-'80s, and each of the Trinity, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, took a full first issue, kind of explaining the backstory and getting our hero from point A to who they are, that we, the character that we know and love. And this is no different. This actually starts all the way back in caveman times. Let's see, I think, what is it, 30,000 BC or something like that, I think. 30,000 BC, where a disgruntled caveman is just feeling really down on himself because he lost his hand in a fight with a saber-toothed tiger. And while his his pregnant mate, is trying to console him, he takes, he gets upset and clubs her. And she dies instantly. And her spirit, like, is sucked up to the sky, which, frightens him quite a bit. Then we cut to 1200 BC. I like how we say BC, before Christ. And here we go, we have all these gods. I'm sure they're not big fans of the Jesus that eventually came along and stole their thunder. Well, here's a meeting over in Olympus. The gods trying to figure out what to kind of do to kind of, like, I don't know, I don't want to say reintroduce themselves, but, find themselves, to secure their followers on Earth. And Hades, Ares has one plan. Of course, he's the god of war, so guess what, his plan is. But instead, Artemis has this plan of creating a new race to, take all their, their good parts and kind of teach it to man, and eventually it comes down in conversation to just the women. So the group of them, Zeus isn't really too big on whatever we're gonna do. So behind Zeus's back, they go and they find Gaia, which has been keeping all these souls right here, and these are souls of wrongly murdered women that she's been kind of storing for the last few thousand years. The first of which was the cave woman in the first scene. Anyway, they release them and they are reborn into the Amazons. That cave woman, as mentioned, became Hippolyta, and so she became the queen. I think it's because she was first. We cut to a few years later, and of course, Themyscira is their city, and it's not an island just yet. It's in, the middle of, the countryside. And then we're introduced to Hercules. And in the DC universe, Hercules is a fucking prick. He is highly insulted. He is kind of manipulated by Ares, but, come on. If he was a nice guy, he wouldn't be too manipulated to do what he does. He goes in to start a war with Hippolyta. He's getting beaten, so he does a little trickery, proving that he's a little smarter than sometimes his reputation precedes him. And pretends to surrender and go, hey, you know, maybe we could be allies. So, you know, they welcome him in because, you know, that's kind of what they wanted anyway. They didn't want to war. Anyway, once they're in, they, capture them while they were partying, and, you know, take them all, and, you know, his minions torture them and rape many of them and have killed some of them. But Hippolyta eventually escapes. She encounters. Let's see. I forgot which goddess this is. Athena, excuse me. Of course, it's Athena. Athena gives her the will and the strength to escape, and she leads a heroic battle out. But then, that's when it's decided that maybe they need to leave, and they are. Yeah, they feel bad that they kind of like screwed up because they were supposed to be kind of promoting and they kind of didn't. So instead of promoting, you know, the goodwill of the gods, they kind of just, you know, got conquered and stuff like that. So they're given an honor and also punished at the same time to build this new island of Themyscira, and there's something that they need kind of taken care of, buried underneath. So it's sort of imprisoned, and they're sort of keeping it secret, and we're not told, obviously, in this issue what that is. But we watch them build, and years later, Hippolyta feels this yearning, and of course, you know, it is Diana, and she is told by, let's see, she's told by Melithila. I can't pronounce any of these Greek names, but she is told that is her unborn child from when she was like in her previous life of a cave woman, finally calling out to her, and they she decides to make the baby out of clay, and the gods take that one remaining spirit that Gaia was holding, and release it, and it's given like gifts from the various gods, you know, Demeter and Aphrodite and Athena and Artemis, and Hermes, which, by the way, this is the first time Wonder Woman could fly, is when Hermes gives her the gift of flight. And behold, it's a baby. And what? It's not Zeus's baby? What the heck? We'll get to that. Anyway, we watch her grow up, and then, of course, we get to the eventual games when they realize they need to send a champion out into the world. And it's actually really well done, where Diana does say, like, you know, I'm an Amazon, I've been trained, I can definitely do this, and she will not. Because she just can't bear to see, I mean, her only daughter, you know, she thought she'd never have a daughter, but she tricks, and by the way, this is something clever that they did. They gave everyone these helmets that cover their faces instead of that domino mask, which was always kind of, yeah, I mean, you know, it was the 40s, but, you know, come on, there's only like a few thousand of them. She's seen her daughter every day. I don't think a domino mask would have really done much to, like, hide. Well, she pulls off the helmet, and, oh, haha, you got me. And, let's see. Then, of course, we have the bullets and bracelets scene, where Diana is first introduced to guns, which scares the shit out of her after she, it's funny, because she deflects all the bullets, and she goes, where the hell did you get that thing? Well, she didn't say that, but it's pretty much that kind of reaction. And then, of course, we end with her getting the costume, and then, of course, in the next issue, Steve Trevor crash lands on Themyscira. He must be the best pilot ever, because he's always crashing that thing. Well, as I don't have to really say, this is a fantastic issue. The art is just beautiful. This is George Perez at his finest. Now, I have like an old issue, so the print, you know, does come across a little faded in parts. If you get the trade paperback, you're definitely going to get like a really nicely colored printed version of this. Yeah, this is 1,000 times better than the new 52 Wonder Woman. The fact that, you know, it's the way her origin is layered and really developed and thought out. And, you know, it's kind of almost a stereotype where people think, oh, she just wanted a baby and made it in the clay and then she got it, and that's so real unrealistic. Which is, by the way, the new 52 version isn't more realistic. It's stupid to go, oh, we need, that's unrealistic, but yeah, we got these talking monkeys in the Flash book that, you know, oh, that's totally realistic. I mean, it's the same universe. Then, you know, if you have Mitzelplick and talking super apes, you can afford to have this kind of stuff. But yeah, it's really well done. I highly recommend this one. I actually think you should, if you're thinking about picking up the DC 52 Wonder Woman, don't. Just go back and buy these issues. If you're buying it now, stop. It's just not good. Because here's the thing. Brian Azzarello is a fantastic writer, and I love a lot of his stuff. Actually, you know, I love his Joker book. I think this is great work. This is actually one of my favorite Joker stories, actually. But what he's done with the origin is just absolutely awful. It's not imaginative. It's actually kind of cheapens the whole character. And it's not better than this. I mean, it just kind of disregards the history of the character. I mean, I don't like it. But this is very good. Actually, I do recommend going pick it up. This is available in trade. It's still in print. You can still go get it, or you can find these issues. They're over cover price, yeah, but you know, it's not so bad. I think that's it right now. By the way, I do think this is probably, I really enjoyed rereading this for this video. I might say this is probably the best of the old 52 comics I've read so far. I really enjoyed this. Push the button, Lindsay.